after doing the 30-day practicing embroidery challenge, I feel like I'm ready to take it up a notch. So the plan is to make an embroidered top alongside a faux suede skirt and do like an outfit like this. As I said, we're going to do this embroidered top, then do a faux suede skirt to go with it in like a dark brown. So my initial plan was to have the neckline going straight across, but I wanted it to match sort of like the back triangle, as well as the slit in the skirt. It's also less fabric to embroider, which wasn't at all a factor in deciding to change the neckline. Alright, let's pull up our mood board so we can all get a feel for what I'm trying to do here. So this is the vibe I'm going for here, sort of a Western adjacent vibe, not necessarily a traditional Western. So these sort of darker browns and warmer earth tones, and then these like vintagey wildflowers mixed with suede. Sort of that feminine masculine combination. I'll also link the Pinterest board down below if you just feel like checking it out. Alright, let's go do some stuff. Okay, so I started by draping the top. I don't have a lot of experience draping, but I think it works, hopefully. Then I just traced the pattern onto paper and added seam allowances. Then I made a couple versions with adjustments, mostly just in the length. Okay, so my initial plan was to embroider the whole thing, every last bit of fabric, covered in embroidery. But that will take me forever, so I thought I would do this floral embroidery pattern instead and kind of leave like the background just as the fabric. Which will take me slightly less forever, but like just, you know, minus a few days. So for this, I was just like playing around with the design, just kind of getting a feel for what I want to do and the different kind of flower shapes, but sort of going back to that wildflower feel. Alright, so these are the colors I want to use for the embroidery. So what I was thinking for embroidery is that I'm going to do them in the pieces and then sew it all together like you're supposed to actually technically do. That's what the professionals do. I am not a professional, but we'll pretend. So what I thought I was I'm gonna do is draw out my pattern on a larger piece of fabric and not cut it out yet. About this like embroidery rectangle. Hang on. Embroidery rectangle. I got this off Amazon. Like, do that. Because otherwise you're using like hoops for a large piece of fabric. So that should be good or bad, I don't know. It's gonna be fine. Well, it's a new day, the sun's out, sort of, which means it's time to embroider. So I'm gonna start with my first side panel. We're just gonna avoid the dart. Okay. Wait, I need to draw this out first. Hang on. Okay, so I'm just giving myself where the seam allowance is so I don't go over that. I am gonna bias tape it all together so I don't need to worry too much about the top and the bottom. It's more just like where you're putting the bias tape. So I'm gonna start by just drawing out my pattern. I'm gonna do like a little bit at a time just to get a feel for it at this point. So I'm just gonna do this for now and just see how it goes and like play around with it a bit more. So we gotta get this guy on here. Work. It's not great. Oh. Oh, I did it. Okay. Well, it's day 752. Just kidding, it's day 6. Just feels like a long time. And we're almost done the first panel. I don't know why I keep calling them panels, but this is like the first side. The main reason it's been a bit of a slow go is because I tend to stop and stare at it for an hour, deciding what I want to do next. And honestly, this frame has been great. It has made this process so much easier, so it was a good buy. I have come to accept that this is going to take me a long time, but I do like doing these long projects. They are fun. I do get cranky and kind of annoyed about halfway through. I just want it done because I like, you know, I want to see the final product. I want to see it all come together. You actually got to do the work to do that. So, All right, we're done the first panel. I don't know if I can get this off. Oh no. Ugh. So I really love it so far. I think it's turning out great. I mean, some of my bigger flowers probably could have been a little better, but we're just gonna let it go. It's kind of pretty when it's kind of imperfect and sketchy almost. Like more like a drawing than realism. I'm never gonna get this off. I'm gonna be here for a while. Oh, okay, that was easier. Yeah, I just got 2 more big ones and then the back to do. So, what, a month? I'm gonna try to go faster, I think. I think about it too much, because sometimes when you think about it too much, oof. I don't know what the word is. Anyway, I love it. I think it's so pretty. This is gonna look so good. I hope. Well, it was gonna look good. So I just taught myself how to embroider years ago. So if embroidery is something you want to learn, I would recommend just looking it up on YouTube. There's tons of videos out there. I don't find embroidery very hard. It's just time consuming. Also because I'm slow. Then I get way too detail oriented. I'm one of those people that's either super detail oriented or like not at all. There's no middle ground. It's either it's good enough and let it go, or I will spend days on the same thing trying to perfect it. All right, it is day, I don't know, 15 maybe? I don't know, I've lost track, so it feels like forever. But I have finished the second part, the middle part. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's basically the same as the other part. Now I just have to do the other side, but I am getting a little tired of embroidery and I kind of need a break, so I thought I would work on the skirt. But remember, this is our skirt, so I'm gonna get rid of the waistband. I don't think it'll be very hard, but you never know. I was like, oh, this will be easy, and then it's like 10 years and several meltdowns later. But anyway, first step is making a pattern. Let's go draft a pattern. So for the pattern, I'm going to trace out my skirt block, and I want to get rid of the darts in the front, so I'm just readjusting the pattern so it works without darts. But I did keep the darts in the back. I made a muslin version to make sure it was okay. There were a few adjustments, mostly with the side seams, like smoothing out the shape of them, and I redid the pattern. I got the scuba knit suede, I think that's what it's called. It's got a bit of a stretch to it, which makes it really nice. I got it on sale for buy one, get 3. So you get 3 meters for the price of 1, which is a really good deal. I tend to impulse buy on those sales, and that's how I ended up with this fabric. I started sewing the darts on the back first, and then sewing the back 2 panels together with the zipper, and then sewing the front 2 panels together and top stitching the seam down. So we got a front, and excuse me, thank you, our back. And then just sewed the 2 together and top stitched everything down because I thought it looked better, and this fabric doesn't really iron well. And I did have to make the darts longer in the back because they were sitting kind of weird. Okay, so I just have to finish the waistband, and then I think we're pretty much done. This is the comfiest skirt I have ever put on. This fabric is amazing. But what's not amazing is that it appears to have stained my sewing machine. I came up this morning and it was like orange. Like even like the handrail is orange. I'm finally on the last part, the last back part. I'm at the point where it's like, I just want this to be done. It's not fun anymore. I'm not having fun. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. So in my head, the back pieces were a lot smaller. I thought I was gonna be done yesterday. I was all excited to be done yesterday, and I only got 1 done yesterday. 1 side done. So the goal is to finish this side today. I didn't really have a plan with the design. Just kept repeating the same kind of flowers and leaves. I wanted it to be sort of random, keeping with that wildflower vibe. I always enjoy the puzzle aspect of these kind of things, like figuring out where things look best. Well, the day I thought would never actually show up is finally here. We're actually done. It's done. Alright, so I'm really excited about this, mainly because it's done. I don't have to do it anymore. So now I just have to cut it out and put it all together. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow because I'm tired. I need a break. So we'll come back tomorrow. so it's all put together. It's really fun seeing it all finally kind of start to come together. You will notice that my big flowers got significantly smaller as time went on. So I didn't realize I was doing that. But anyway, so I just base stitched the lining to the front. And then I got this blue fabric, this navy blue. I thought it went well with like bringing out the navy blues in it, because the navy blue is sort of less featured in the embroidery. And I thought like doing a navy blue would kind of bring out the blues a little more. So this will be used for the bias tape, the straps, and the ribbon to tie the back. So after hours of trying to figure out what the heck I was doing wrong here with this, I figured it out. Let me explain it to you. So the initial idea was to have the straps go straight down like that. But when I put it on like that, it was pulling this part and under here outwards. So it was all gapey. It didn't look very good. I realized that when I put it on, like without the straps, it fit fine. To put the straps on, it was pulling. So after many hours, I realized it needed to be a halter top. And you just pull it up, tie it like that. And that way everything's sort of being pulled in the right direction. And I think it looks really pretty like that. This won't really be much of a bow, but you know, my hair will cover it. Keep in mind this mannequin is not a good representation of how it actually looks on me. It's a little smaller. I could make it wider, but I don't really feel like it. So I just need to add the thing onto the bottom, and then it's done, finally. So I think this is good as it's gonna get. It's not exactly how I wanted it to be, but it's close. My issues is with this part here, the shape of it, and I probably should have brought these in a little more. Other than that, I think it's okay. Alright, we did it. I think it turned out pretty well. Now for someone who doesn't have a whole lot of experience pattern drafting tops, I don't think I did too badly. I could have done better. There's a lot of things I could have done better and differently, but I didn't, so. Again, my issue is with the neckline. It's sort of like, is it a sweetheart? Is it a V-neck? We don't know. I wanted it to be more of a V-neck, but it ended up looking more like a sweetheart, so. But I do think the skirt turned out pretty well. It's super comfortable. I probably could have made it longer. Doing the embroidery first, as opposed to making the top and then doing the embroidery, posed a lot of challenges for me because it was hard to readjust things over the embroidery because I didn't want to cover it up. But thanks so much for coming along this journey with me. When did I start this? Hang on. Okay, I started this on March 12th. It is now April 18th as I'm filming this right now. So just over a month. And that was just all embroidery. The skirt took a day, the top took like a day and a bit, and the embroidery took over a month. I wasn't doing it every day though. Like, I took breaks. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and following along, and I'll see you in the next video.